Hey, it's Jason from QueenRightDial, and we're going to talk a little bit about the QueenRightDial system today. What is the QueenRightDial? Well, the QueenRightDial is a post-inspection tracking system. I know that many beekeepers have used many different types of ways of tracking their status of their colony after they inspect, whether it was QueenRight, whether they needed to feed or treat, or when the next inspection is, or just more information. And so Brian and I from Castle Hives, and myself here, Jason from Beekeeping Apiary, we're two beekeepers that thought of, hey, how do we solve this problem? And we came up with the QueenRightDial system. What is the QueenRightDial system? Let's take a look. The QueenRightDial system started as a single indicator that we created in order to be able to allow beekeepers to track the colony or the status of their queen post-inspection. The dial is made of ABS plastic, so it is naturally going to be weather resistant. The labeling inside is also fade resistant and weather resistant. We have several different statuses in which we've created that allows you to track your colony status post-inspection. And ideally, you would want a mated queen in that colony. And if you identified a mated queen through several ways, whether that be seeing that mated queen or inspecting it and seeing eggs and knowing you have a queen in there, then you can track your status post-inspection as having a mated queen. But sometimes you don't always see a mated queen. Sometimes you have other things happening in the hive. You could see a supersedure cell. This is where a colony will be replacing the current queen, and you can track it as such. If you see a swarm cell, you can also track that colony by marking it under the swarm cell indicator. This allows you to inspect it and the next time around to know what you needed to attend to when you go back into that colony. We also have the dreaded no queen or no cell. So if you don't see anything happening in that colony, you're naturally going to mark it that you have no queen, no cell, and you know you need to acquire a new mated queen or get a cell from somewhere, from another colony, or even put a frame of eggs in to allow you to correct that problem, become queen right again. In that process, you may have a virgin queen running around that needs to be mated, and you may want to indicate that as well, so we have that status. Ideally, with the status indicator, really your goal is to track the status post-inspection to allow you to ensure that you know what problem colonies you have, which ones you need to attend to, without worrying about writing on the lid or having a brick painted with different colors and setting it on there and having it get knocked over or whatever the case. This is just a way to fix that indicator right to the front of your hive like you see here to be able to track that status post-inspection. But wait, there's more. There's more with the QueenRightDial system. Let's take a look at the new QueenRightDial 2.0. This is the new QueenRightDial 2.0. And yes, it does look a little familiar because your traditional queen status that you saw before is here on the left-hand side. It uses a dual dial that you can affix to the front of your hive, much like you did with the single dial, and it can replace that single dial if you so choose. We've now added a few other elements that you can track that will allow you to get more information from your hive. For example, over here on this side, this dial on the right-hand side allows you to track the year in which your queen was mated. It follows the traditional queen marking color coding system. So, for example, if the year of your mated queen ended in 2023, it would be a red. So the last digit of what that year is will allow you to indicate what year that queen was mated. So for this year, going into 2024, we can move to green, or that will show us that we have a mated queen from this year. And this will help you look across your colony and say, what colonies do I have that have either older queens, newer queens, and allow you to be able to track that accordingly. If you notice in the center here, there is a center action bar. And what is that center action bar? It allows you to track what you need to do next in this colony, right? So we have inspect, I, feed, F, T, treat, and the date in which you should do that next action on your colony. Sometimes you'll do 1, 2, or 3, or might do all of them, or a variety of the 3. The point of this is that if you have a colony that is queen right, that's mated, and from this year, and you just need to inspect that colony, typically every 7 to 10 days in the spring, or 7 to 14 days, you would inspect that colony. Or maybe you need to treat that colony because you recently did have treated it and you need to know when to treat it again. You can indicate in the action bar down here the date using an erasable marker, and you could just write, January 20th, if today is like January 5th, for example, or in the spring, naturally, most beekeepers in the Northeast aren't working in the January. So let's say it's March or April, right? So say it's April 5th, and in 10 days, you would need to feed this colony, right? So you're going to put a mark on the F and you're going to put the we're going to put April or May, the date on that bottom part for the action. This allows you to quickly look and assess down your apiary and see what colonies have issues or need some type of attention. Both of these dials that you see here are available on QueenRightDial.com and will be available at future vendors as well. We sell them in 2-packs, 5-packs, and even 25 packs for the larger apiaries. And we do have a larger bulk discount for 100 by special request. So if you're interested in getting a hold of these QueenRightDials status indicators to help ditch the brick and make your beekeeping status colony tracking more efficient, then check us out at QueenRightDial.com and pick up your dials and get them on your hives so that you can track your colonies and continue to be successful beekeeping. Have a great day, have a great spring, and we'll look forward to seeing you here at a future event or a picture or a video that you have when you install the QueenRightDial on your colonies. Thanks for all your support. Brian and I appreciate it. Have a great day.